Good morning everybody, welcome into Sunday the 21st of July 2024. This is your morning message tarot reading. I'm Spirit of Life Alchemy and we have some astrology for today. That was a bit all over the place, wasn't it? Never mind. It's Sunday, everyone wants to kick back and relax. So yeah, who cares? We've got some astrology, as I said. So we've got the moon starting off the day in Capricorn. It's going to form a square to Chiron in Aries, then a trine to Uranus in Taurus, then an opposition to the sun in Cancer, and then a sextile to Neptune in Pisces. Then the moon's going to move into Aquarius, and going to form a air trine to Mars just newly into Gemini, and then a conjunction to Pluto. Okay, it is the new moon, sorry, it is the full moon in Capricorn today, and I will be doing a separate reading for that after I've done this reading. We also have Venus in Leo making a sextile to Jupiter in Gemini. And we have Mercury in Leo making a square to Uranus in Taurus. And that's the first of three squares that between Mercury and Uranus, because Mercury is now in his shadow period, and on the 4th or the 5th of August is going to retrograde in Virgo, retrograding back into Leo, make a second square to Uranus, and then when he stations direct, he's going to make a third square. So see what comes up today, because this will be an area for you to work on during the Mercury retrograde. Unexpected things, surprises, maybe you were on a course, on point, on direction, knowing where you were going, and suddenly sudden shocks and surprises are showing up. The Venus sextile Jupiter could be good news coming in, good fortune, supportive. So you harness that energy. Then with the moon's aspects, it's all about healing, awakening, and transformation. Okay, so there could be some shocks and surprises coming up, but connect to the Venus and Jupiter energies. So let's do some cards and see what the cards want to tell us. So we're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and we're going to use the Thoth deck. So let's see. What do we need to know for Sunday the 21st of July 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so round and round. I've noticed we've got here and now, being in the moment, new life, and serendipity. Okay, maybe you've been feeling like you've been going round and round in circles for a while. And especially because this full moon in Capricorn is the second one in a row. Okay, so last month we had the full moon in Capricorn at 1 degree of Capricorn, okay, at the very beginning of the sign. And now we've got this second new full moon in Capricorn at 29 degrees. Sextiling Neptune in Pisces, which is making a water trine to the sun in Cancer. And also the moon is in an outer sign conjunction to Pluto in Aquarius. and the moon is trine Uranus in Taurus, which is sextile the sun. There's some big transformative energies going on, so you may have felt like you've been going round and round, but today new things could open up, new life, unexpected, surprising, good fortune and serendipity coming in and going, so new things opening up, new ways of doing things. And I always say this, but again, you know, I can see how this reading is following on from yesterday's reading, where we had rising. I used the Gaia deck, and we had rising above and liberation coming out, both with doves rising and flying. So there is some sort of liberation. It's going to, you know, free us from going round and round and open up a new life to us. We also had yesterday the Fool and the Star coming out. So big energies there. So let's see, what do we need to know for Sunday the 21st of July. Sunday the 21st of July 2024. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance from Spirit gives the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good. Okay, what do we need to know? Okay, so the Six of Cups, pleasure. We'll take a little bit of that. Then we've got the Lovers. We've got the Three of Wands, virtue. We've got the Aeon, that's judgment. And then we've got the Seven of Cups, debauch. The clarifiers, we've got the Princess of Swords. We've got the Empress. And we've got the Hanged Man. Okay, at the bottom, we've got the Two of Discs, change. We've got the Prince of Wands, and we've got the Hierophant. Okay. We've got the Seven of Wands, Valor. We've got the Three of Swords, sorrow. We've got the Star. We've got the Death card, transformation. Okay, so where we find ourselves today, the Six of Cups here. This is the Sun in Scorpio. It's called pleasure in this deck. And that new life unfolding, the serendipity. And the card that was underneath, round and round, that here and now. At full moons, it's a pause. Okay, a crescendo. And the energy I'm getting is to just take a moment, take today to just be in this here and now. I could just stop the round and round and just, you know, pause in the energy of the full moon. And be present. You might witness your new life opening up and watch things evolving, and how good fortune and serendipity come into your life. The energy that's leaving. Okay, we've got the Lovers card here. So the Lovers card is, for me, it's about balancing our divine masculine, divine feminine within. On one level, which we all have, regardless of gender or whatever, we're all made up of our masculine and feminine side. So on an inner level, coming into balance with that. It's also a choice point card, and this is taking me back to yesterday's reading where we were talking about we have the choice to, you know, change and free ourselves from our old limitations and conditioning and things like that. So from that choice point yesterday, this is the energy. Now we're standing in the new potential, in the crescendo of the full moon. Our foundation, what's beneath us. We've got the three of wands here, which is the sun in Aries. It's called virtue, but what I'm getting for this energy is sort of where we're putting ourselves first. What do we want to do? How do we want our new life to unfold? Okay, setting our intentions going forward. And then the message from Spirit, we've got the Aeon. Okay, this is a judgment card. So, you know, that crossroads energy, but it's also the beginning of the new, a new era, a new Aeon. Okay, birthing the new ideas, the new life. And then what we're moving into is the Seven of Cups, debauch. So in this, when this comes out in this deck, this is my emotional quagmire. It's about freeing ourselves from the little negative voices, emotions and things like that drag us back. Because when we first step into the new, you know, we can feel quite vulnerable. We're doing things different. We've never been here before. Okay, this could be that square between Mercury and Uranus. That's an awakening. Ooh, can sort of, you know, shock and surprise us, and make us feeling vulnerable. And when we feel vulnerable, as I said, you know, we slink back into the old patterns that can drag us back down. But if we find ourselves doing that, come back to the here and now, be in the moment. And the clarifiers, need to cut away that BS. This is the Princess, or the Page of Swords, and I love the artwork in this card. You can see her there, the princess there. She's cutting away all the negativity, all the dark thoughts, all the limiting beliefs. Okay, cutting away, no longer serves, not taking that forward. Going towards the light. And that frees up the Empress. And when I turned the Empress over, it took me back to yesterday's card of the Goddess of Creation. The Goddess of Creation is the Empress, and it's about like transformation and creativity and wholeness, coming back to ourselves, connecting in with our deep divine feminine, new life force, new vitality, new creativity bursting through us once we let go of the limiting conditioning. And then we've got the Hanged Man again. So I talked about, this came out yesterday in yesterday's reading, and I talked about sort of between Mars going into Gemini yesterday and Monday, when Mars makes an air trine to Pluto. We're in this pause energy, heightened with this full moon in Capricorn, which is in an outer sign conjunction to Pluto. Let's just pause in that energy for today, in that crescendo of shining the light on the areas where there's work to do, on how we step into our authority, okay, how we hold power. Okay, just pause for a moment, because in that pause is where you'll get the insight, the breakthroughs that could lead to the transformation. So what's going on in the subconscious? So we've got the Two of Discs here, the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn, change. And we may be going backwards and forwards today, you know, confident of ourselves, doubting ourselves, confident, do I do this, did I make the right decision? Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. If you do find yourself there, become the Prince of Wands here, the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, mutable fire. This is Sagittarius energy. Aiming for the stars, fire yourself up with the energy of the new and the possibilities and the potentials of of what could unfold. With the Hierophant, okay, connect yourself to spirit. 1 foot in the 5D in the spiritual realms, 1 foot in the 3D in the physical realms. Become the rainbow bridge. Channel the inner knowing, the spiritual knowing. Become your own inner guru, your inner teacher. Live and learn. And what I mean by that is, instead of retreating back into the negativity of an old comfort zone, live in the present moment. Even sort of, if you're feeling vulnerable, or there's shocks and surprises and things like that, stay in that moment and learn from it. Okay, because then when it comes up next time, it's like, okay, yeah, I've survived this before. And gradually the new way gets stronger and stronger, and you forget how you used to be limited or held in your fears and the old conditioning and things. That's supported by the next card, which is a 7 of Wands here, which is Mars in Leo, Valor. This is about standing in your power. It's about standing up for yourself, having good boundaries with others, but also with yourself. So when you notice those little critical voices coming up, or the emotional quagmire, cut it away, like the Princess of Swords, and go, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not going there. Okay, and that is connected with the old heart wounds, the 3 of Swords, sorrow, which is Saturn in Libra. Think of all the lessons we've had to learn about relationships, okay, whether we're people pleasers, or we've had relationships that have not worked. This energy is about reclaiming your heart. Okay, that Venus sextile Jupiter. Okay, but we have to see all the places where we've limited ourselves, where we've been conditioned, other people's expectations, and for us to come back and stand in our power, we have to make all that conscious. Okay, maybe you've been living in relationships in a very unconscious way. Maybe that is what comes up. Again, we're still sort of midway between the eclipses, with Capricorn being midway between Libra and Aries. So think back to the eclipses in March and April and what was going on for you, especially that full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, okay, which would have highlighted emotional stuff around relationships for you. Okay, so we're at a crisis point. We're at a point of change, of potential. Okay, and that's summed up by the last 2 cards. So we've got the Star again, following your North Star of Destiny. Your North Star of Destiny is your North Node. Okay, wishing upon a star, setting those intentions. With the full moon in Capricorn, it's also a bit of a point to check in and see where you are with your goals and desires and things like that. What intentions did you set at the beginning of the year? Which was it the 11th of January? There was the new moon in Capricorn. On the 30th of December, we have the end of the year with the new moon in Capricorn. This is the midpoint. Okay, what needs changing? Okay, what's working, what's not working? So we've got that midpoint energy sort of between the new moons in Capricorn at the beginning and the end of the year, and also between the eclipses as well. So there's lots to consider and think about. This is why we're needing to pause at this full moon. Okay, and then letting go of what no longer serves us. That transformation. Because going through that transformation stops us going round and round in circles and brings us into a new life. So let's get an Art of the Sacred Wheel card and see what we need to know for today. And then I'm going to go off and do your full moon in Capricorn tarot reading. So let's see, what do we need to know for Sunday the 21st of July 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give us to help us navigate these energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Actually calling that little one there, sneaking his little head out. Okay, 20, number 20, aloneness. Return to essence. What I said when I started the reading, come back to the here and now. Be in the present moment. Take time out for yourself today. And just feel into yourself. How are you feeling about things? And acknowledge that inner self so you can see sort of what's reflected out around you. So that's your reading for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, I'm going now to do the full moon in Capricorn one and see what insights we get from that reading. So if this reading's resonated with you or you liked it, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below the video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful full moon in Capricorn. And until next time, from the bottom of my heart, in deep love and gratitude for you all, thank you for watching. Doesn't want me to go.